find that my least favorite place in the world, Chuck E. Cheese, because it's quite loud in here. But I got this from Five Below, and last time it was a little loud, so I'm like, let me use this one today and see if it balances out in any kind of way. But we can't Chuck E. Cheese, but because we're going to see the Michael Jackson movie, it's right next door to this place. So I was like, oh, we'll kill some time, sure on time, and decided to put some money on his card. And I was like, why the heck is Chuck E. Cheese packed? Why is there so many people in here today? Because when we come, it's usually it's pretty popular, but I had realized it's the first of the month. So cash your check and get out. I love my people. Sometimes we're just so predictable, you know. Um, but I do not like being Chuck E. Cheese. I don't. It's one of those pet peeves type things, you know. I'll come here so often with my son so he can have something to do sometimes, burn off a little steam. The weather is a little crazy today. His soccer game was canceled, so because of the rain, it's supposed to get heavier later on. So we'll see. Um, but what better way to spend a rainy weekend, you know, at the movies, supporting Michael Jackson and his family. So I'm so excited to see it. I've heard mixed reviews. I heard somebody say that their father went and saw it 3 times. I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe the dad is an old head. Can you guys not hear me? I don't know what the volume is like, but people come in and they go, you can hear me? Okay, Derek, how are you? How you doing, Derek Gang? Can you hear me, Derek? Let me know. I don't know. Appreciate the heart. What are you up to this weekend, this Saturday? I'm at Chuck E. Cheese. Um, okay, good. And I was just saying, you know, when it's around the first of the month, everybody and their mama want to bring the kids to Chuck E. Cheese. So, you know, at this particular one, there's always BBLs and somebody smelling like weed. So, you make gumbo? You can make gumbo? Derek Haynes. You better stop now. That's good. What all do you have in it? What all did you put in it? I've never attempted to make gumbo. That is one thing I'm kind of intimidated about because everybody says it's all in the roux. It's all in the roux, you know. And even though it looks simple to make roux, uh, look at Blade. What up, Blade? You guys, I'm not going to be on here very long because the movie starts in 10 minutes. Well, you know, the previews and all that. So get over there, get our popcorn, and get seated or whatever. And the movie is pretty much sold out all the way up until like 10 o'clock tonight. So unfortunately, by the time I was able to get back on the website, all they had was the first 2 rows available. So happy Saturday, Couch. How you doing? I hope all is well. Um, but yeah, all I smell is weed and a couple of BBLs running around. Sausage, shrimp, chicken. Okay. Oh, you cheated on the roux? Why do you buy it like in a pack and just kind of add it in there? Does it come like in a pack or something? Yes, I'm going to see Michael movie. Like I was saying before, I've heard mixed reviews on it. Um, but I know an old head that went and saw it 3 times. So I'm like, if he thought it was good, it must be pretty good, you know? So I just love the fact that my people are out and about and that we are, you know, supporting it, whether other people say it was good or bad, you know. It's all sold out and the movie is doing great numbers. So I'm happy about that. So I want to go and see and judge for myself. I was going to wait till it came on TV, but I was like, nah, let me go and support, you know. And my son loves Michael Jackson. That's one thing I love about my son is that I'm able to influence him, you know, like all the old songs that CDT plays. My son will be dancing. He knows all this, like the Anita Baker. He knows all of that stuff. And at his age, he actually appreciates it. So that's the funny thing is like, wow, like you actually like this song. I'd be like, why you know this song? And he'll know like the words to a song, Sade and all that. I'm like, because I play it in the house, you know. So, um, but he's developed a love for Michael Jackson. But I think it's because um, I talked to him about Michael Jackson and his legacy. And anytime I kind of break down the history of a person and their stardom and where they came from and how they got to where they are and how much people like them and and I show him videos stuff like that, I think that makes him appreciate it more. Bishop, I think he might be an old soul for sure. Couch, yeah. And Michael Jackson would have loved your son right back. I know that's right, Master of Games. How are you doing? We were on our way to church last Sunday, and I told you guys before that they play Walt Baby Love on the radio, right? All of the songs from his radio days, stuff like that. And my son says, "Are you sure that guy Walt Baby Love is passed away?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Why do they keep playing his?" I know, right? What up, the partner CDT? Yo, that 12-hour stream. I got on online at like noon, I think. It was like 12:20. And I saw that you were live and I was like, wait, is he live from yesterday still? I clicked on that, man. Everybody was like, CDT fell asleep. That was so funny. I figured you was back out. Did you see my last little chat I put in there? I was like, bro, turn the computer off, bro. And literally like a minute later, it was like click. I was like, okay, that's good. You got some sleep though. Good, you got some sleep. It's titled that because I'm in Chuck E. Cheese, and this is and this is the first of the month, so this is what I see and smell. BBLs and I smell weed, so it is what it is, right? That message is what made me realize. Oh, that is too funny. What up, Sophia? Hi. What up, Cases and Cams? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope all is well. You on your way? Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good movie. But we were listening to Walt Baby Love on the radio, and they play, I guess, his old broadcast from back in the day. Like when I was growing up, Walt Baby Love was on the radio, right, with the gospel station and stuff. And so my son was like, "Well, why do they keep playing it? Why do they play it if he's not here anymore?" I said, "This is how you keep somebody's legacy alive." I said, "You have to talk about them. You have to, hey, Black Couch, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. Free Bishop Neverly Turner. Bishop is no, but he's free right now. He had Chuck E. Cheese, so he good. He's. I had to take his iPad away again this morning because I told him to come here, and this motherfucker waited like 5 minutes to come upstairs. I'm like, the disrespect is just it's out of hand at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I have to start putting my foot down a little bit more, so that I can regain that respect. But I was basically teaching him, about keeping legacies alive. And it's so important that, like your family and friends and things like that, people that have passed on, that you continually talking about them and making them kind of like a staple in your household, because that's what's going to keep the legacy of that person alive. Really, you have to show them pictures. You have to talk about them, the good, I think, even and the bad. I told him about Michael Jackson and how he was accused of doing those things to those kids and stuff like that, and that he was found not guilty. But that put a stain on his legacy. I legit have fallen asleep on live with the camera on. Oh my god, that would have been hilarious. Looking at you drooling and shit. That would have been funny. Popcorn and drinks on me. Thank you. I actually told him. I said, look. Uh, I said, you got money, you got allowance. I said, if you want your own soda, you're gonna have to buy it. It's like $8 for a large drink. So I said, if you want your own, I said, if you don't mind sharing, I'll pay for everything. But if you want your own drink, bring some money. So he's like, no problem. Boxing. Hope you're having a wonderful day, Mo. Thanks, Lee Turner. You too. But yeah, we have to keep our the legacy of our loved ones alive, and the legacy of people who made an impact on us. I think that's just one way that we can continue to influence our kids. So I think that's one reason why he likes Michael, because I play his music, I tell him about the history, tell him about him being born in Gary, Indiana, and how his daddy wasn't no joke. And the reason why he was the way that he was because of his father. Did his father do everything right? Absolutely not. As parents, none of us are perfect, right? But we do the best that we can, and a lot of times we do things based on how we were raised, whether it's good or bad, and we have to learn from that. Nowadays we really don't have an excuse to be a bad parent because there's so many resources out there to help us with parenting. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a wild title. I explained why I said that earlier. CDT says, "Now that's why you hit dollar general before the movie with the big person and smuggling the goodies." I usually do that, but today I did not. I normally get me like some Reese's Pieces, and him his little sour gummies or whatever he likes, but I didn't stop this time. Hey Pagoda, how you doing? So, but I'm not staying on here long, guys. We gotta go and get in this movie, and maybe me and Bishop will come back and do a little review on what we liked about the movie, what we didn't like, and I have a feeling I'm gonna cry though in the movie, and I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already kind of emotional just because there's some family stuff going on, and then to watch this movie is probably gonna. What I do now, Derek? What did I do? Uh, where is the link? I'm not inviting anybody up today. Maybe I will next time I get online. Yeah, I'll give you a review. I mean, if you care about, my perspective on it, but I'll give my perspective, good and bad, I know there's going to be some things that I'm like, why didn't they touch on this? Like, I really do hope they do the Pepsi scene. I don't know if they did the Pepsi scene or not, but I remember telling my son about that, how he burned himself with those pyrotechnics. Really? Um, so I hope that's in the movie, but I don't know. I think I heard who got a secret crush. Is it you, Derek? Of course, it's always a troll. There's always a troll, but that just means there's people watching. Good thing that word doesn't bother me because that says more about them than it does about me. You got to go online and troll and you know be racist stuff, but it is what it is. Part of the game, right? Couch, I can't wait till you start streaming again. I miss seeing you on the camera. Said I smoked you. Beard man. No offense, Beard man is seems like a good guy, but absolutely not. Absolutely not. But anyways, y'all. Yes, I hope you are. And I think the reason why that one video that was AI generated didn't make traction is because it's your only video. I think if you had other stuff on there consistently, then the algorithm will push it. But because it's the only video on there, it's just sitting there. And that's what happened to me when I first started streaming or started uploading videos. I would get maybe one or two views and they would be mine and then it wouldn't move. So start uploads, just do some videos and upload them. I know you like going live and interacting with everybody, and that's cool. But I like watching. It's just like the people that watch the replay. That's just like uploading a long form video. So upload some content so we can get it cracking, and then you'll get more people, and then you can go live again, just like that. Yeah, there's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about. So much to talk about. With the raising prices of gas and food and the economy and all these layoffs. Um, I know you're really into economics, so really just discussing, what people could be doing during these times, I think would be a really good topic, and I know you like talking about, society and rules and, people that like to break the law, and people that think they're above the law, you know, you can react to some stuff like that. But when do you do an open live, bro? What's an open live, bro? You mean like when I put the link in and have people come up? I normally don't do that. I normally do not collab with people. It's just not my thing. Um, and that's something I have to work on. I mean, I've done it before, but honestly, it can be a little draining and exhausting, especially when I don't agree with what's being said by other people. And it takes a lot out of me to restrain myself and to utilize emotional regulation. And so sometimes it's like, why even put myself in a position to where I might be triggered to where I have to restrain myself. So honestly, I try not to do open panels and things like that because things can get a little heated sometimes. So no, I won't. You can always click the fuck off, pretty princess. I doubt you're pretty, or else your picture will be on there. You got a big P instead of your profile pic, bitch. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna head on out. Don't want to miss the movie. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again for the super chat, Couch. Love ya. Thank you, CDT. I appreciate you, my boy. All right, peace. Peace. I mean, I don't know if that's why I don't come on the panel because you guys' conversation is usually light. So that's not why I don't come on. But usually because you guys are on so late, I'm already in the bed and I'm already like with my bonnet on and I'm relaxing and I don't really like to go on panels without my camera up. So oh, TIQS, what up? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you. Oh, where I can join the conversation. No, I mean, if you want me to ever come on your panel, people have emailed me before at moperspective without the E at gmail.com. And we've coordinated times and I've been on a couple other panels that way. But if you have something that you think would be good for me, or just email me. But I appreciate you guys all for being here. I'm going to go check out Mike and then I'm going to be back with a review, me and my son. All right, talk to you later.